Yeah. You're listening to Radio Anu, the international flavor, the universal spice. This is Radio Anu International, cutting and clearing, renting and tearing.
Searching for unique handmade black cultural crafts, t-shirts, and accessories? Look no further. Introducing your ultimate destination for the vibrant and captivating creations that celebrate Rastafari and African culture. At Black Dominion, we bring you a curated collection of exquisitely designed, crafted products honoring the rich heritage of Rastafari, Ethiopia, and the Black diaspora. With our user-friendly website, shopping is a breeze. We ship worldwide, bringing Black culture to every corner of the globe. Visit www.blackdominion.shop today and start exploring the incredible range of handmade Rastafari and Black culture. Find your inspiration, embrace your roots, and stand out from the crowd.
Fact is that Ethiopia had its first connections with Europe, and it could easily have turned into colonialism, and it is a miracle it didn't. Already, when we talk of the age of colonialism, we're talking about the 19th century. I'm talking about the first real connections with the European world after the Middle Ages in about the 15th and 16th century with the Portuguese. And it should not be forgotten that the Ethiopian emperors of Gondar had very close, and Shoa had very close relations with the kingdom of Portugal. And lo and behold, in 1541, we had this great war against a Muslim leader in Ethiopia, and they were really winning the situation when the brother of the very famous world discoverer Vasco da Gama, by the name of Christophorus da Gama, landed on the shores of Massawa in 1541, and they heard that up in the highlands the Christian brothers were being invaded by the Muslims. And can you imagine 800 Portuguese riflemen with a few little cannons went to join them. And a major army of, let's say, 50 to 60,000 men on the side of Ahmed Grain, Ahmed the left-handed as he was called, against about 30,000 Ethiopian troops and 800 well-armed, modernly armed people from Europe.
Yeah, and of course, once again, it's definitely on Oh, blessed love, royal family, give thanks for your presence with us. We definitely glorify the life giver and the keeper of life. Negosena the Mawe Haile Selassie the First. What a joy, my royal brothers, sisters, loved ones, friends, family. Give thanks for your presence with us. This is another edition of the Tiger's Nest. Today, the celebrated Earth Day. It is, isn't it? Earth Day. Well, we give thanks for the Earth Day and, of course, the birth of Earth. You know, on the 7th of January, we celebrate the birth of Earth. An interesting thing, you know. Only as Bobo Shanti, you know, we have that terminology, the birth of Earth. Of course, you know, amongst all conscious-minded loved ones, the 7th of January is seen as the Ethiopian Christmas, you know, the black man's Christmas as such, the 7th of January. So you would hear one say, you know, Happy Lidet or Melcome Lidet or Gena, you know, Christmas. But you don't hear one say, give thanks to the birth of Earth. I've even said on other occasions that when I first came to this order in the late 1990s, before I went to Bobo Shanti Hill in 2001, I used to refer to, don't laugh now, I used to refer to the 7th of February as the birth of Earth. You understand? I used to tell people that, you know, because remember at that time it wasn't as if, you know, other Bobo Shantis were around here. So ones that I was trying to culture this stuff that I picked up, I say, yeah, man, I know New Year's is the 7th of February, the birth of Earth. Then I came to realize it was the 7th of January, the Christmas, which Bobo Shanti referred to as the birth of Earth. I was like, that's interesting. So Christ is Earth? You know, well, you know, there's some very unique things that apply to Bobo Shanti. He said, I am Earth, not Earth, for I am Earth. That's King Emmanuel teachings there. That's the Christ saying that. Earth, not Earth, for I am Earth, you know. Now, it's interesting, you know, because as I've always said, even the God Geb, which is seen in the ancient Kemetic tradition, you know, the God Geb is seen as the earth. Geb is a man, you know, of course, one would say Mother Earth, but in ancient Kemet, we have the earth is seen as the woman and still seen as the man, and the man in the sense of Geb. So there is a concept where the earth is a male. And again, it's an ancient Kemetic concept. And it's a Bobo Shanti concept, huh? On the 7th of January, birth of Earth. Oh, interesting stuff. And that's the birth of the Christ man. So again, I'm just highlighting even to the Earth Day. The 22nd of April, Earth Day. And interestingly, that's the day when Haile Selassie I would have given the 31 golden medals to the 31 head of Rastafari. And of course, you know, first and foremost at the front, King Emmanuel Charles Edwards. A birth of Earth, Earth Day, the 22nd, because, you know, the 21st of April, we celebrate 421. What? Yeah. Other people trying to run before us say they celebrated 420. Well, listen, brother, I celebrate 420, 419, 312, 217. Every day we blaze it, you understand? But what I'm saying, you know, 421 is the day. I mean, it was the 21st day of April, Rastafari, when Haile Selassie I came down and bowed the heavens and landed on Jamaica Airport. What was the airport called at the time? Palisade Airport. And never before in history, known history, has such an official welcome for any leader, any state. Number one, so outstanding as far as the amount of people, plus the whole official welcome for the king had to be cancelled, had to be abandoned according to the video, because the whole thing was taken over by those who loved the King of Kings. Everybody just ran onto the tarmac to see the God of God. And Chalice was blazing underneath the plane. You know, never before in history was ganja so legal as that moment. That specific moment when Haile Selassie I landed on Jamaica airport and the Rassies licking chalice, the plane turning around, you know. I could imagine the pilot. His account must be a real testimony, Rasta. Yeah, yeah. And chalice blazing. You see the video, man. You see them rubber hose that the Jamaican them like to lick. Hey, give thanks to each and every one of the brothers and sisters in tune with us in Jamaica. Give thanks, you know, give thanks to the man little more. Thanks to our loved ones, the man Negus, our loved ones in tune. So I'm saying 4/21. Yeah. That's the legal date for ganja every day, really, as I said before. You know, it could be 12/12, 12/21, 11/42, 9/11, any 7/11, any which way you want to go. 1/1/1/2, yeah, that's the day too. 10/23. That's how we do it. You understand? So for sure, we celebrate 4/20, and we definitely celebrate 4/21. But trust me, the 4/20 now. Rasta man telling me, hey, it's 4/20, you know, and I can light up 4/20. So what about 4/21? When Abraham meet Melchizedek, when Mars met the sun? Huh? I don't think we ever went through that one, but all of that is in the mystic. Hey, family, give thanks for your presence with us. Give thanks to the life giver and the keeper of life. This is the Tiger's Nest. Honorable Priest Isaac here with you. I'm not too sure if I introduced myself, but I'm giving thanks for each and every one, wherever you may be, all the brothers and sisters in Botswana. Yes, all the brother I can see right here on the board. It's all lit up in front of me. So let me just give you a little secret here. So give thanks to all the brothers and sisters in Botswana, all the loved ones, definitely in South Africa, definitely Nigeria, Ghana, the Ivory Coast, definitely Kenya, and of course, Rwanda with us. Give thanks continually for everyone in Europe, Finland, definitely in the house, and Germany, the UK also with us, each and everyone in France, South America, the full crew in Chile, wherever you may be in South America, Brazil and Belize, I'm telling you, and Guyana, and of course, seems like each and every Caribbean island is in tune to the Tiger's Nest. So it is a joy, you know, and of course, Canada and the United States and everywhere on the globe, definitely in tune for sure to this international radio program. So we are very thankful for such. We're going to have a beautiful session this evening. We want to take our time. That was just the introduction. We want to go into now the true history of Brother Iyasu. I mean, is he misunderstood? You understand? Earlier, we made a quick presentation there on radio and TV. I don't know how many of you would have seen that, but anytime you get a chance, you could go and just give it a quick listen. But we're going to review that now. And the good brother, the grandson of the emperor, and that is Asfa Wassan Asarte, we would have featured him about 2 strongs ago. Yes, and he was on the 2 strongs ago program. We were talking about the whole aspect of Haile Selassie I and marriage to Empress Menen. A person made an interesting comment. They were saying Haile Selassie didn't marry Empress Menen. It was Deshmark Tafari that married Empress Menen. I'm telling you. I said, all right, I mean, fair enough. Okay, technically that might be true. Although you got to keep in mind, you know, Haile Selassie is his baptismal name. So if we're going to get into the wordplay, okay, well, let's go all the way. He was Haile Selassie even before the other names, from my comprehension. You know, but we don't know it all, as I said, from my comprehension. Now, what we're going to do, and I didn't mention this earlier, well, nothing was mentioned, but the clip that we utilized came from Bright News Media, so we'd like to give them the credit for such, and it is taken from an interview done with them and the good Dr. Asfa Wassan Asarate. Asarati, I think I pronounced it wrong at the beginning. Now, he was just highlighting in a very interesting way, nothing to be controversial in. He was just highlighting in a very interesting way the relationship, or how he would see Lee Jackso's relationship with the Ethiopian empire that he would have ruled for a very short time. An interesting sort of rulership or tenure, if you want to call it, where some historians, even us as races, tend to even overlook it. You understand? Now, I would acknowledge it, but there's certain realms, especially when you look at certain spiritual aspects, that I don't see Lee Jackso within the lineage. And ones would even go as far, that's just me, ones would go as far as even to pick Lee Jackso as if it's like a devil character then. Yeah, it reached that far. Somehow that spirit never really inhabited me, although it speaks of Lee Jackso trying, I would have heard this on a documentary, Lee Jackso trying to drown the king or paying servants to drown the king. And I would have always mentioned, I would have brought this up on Rasta Roundtable, especially when we reconvened that program, to some of the scholars there as it relates to that episode of Lee Jackso trying to drown the king. I mean, the emperor himself speaks in his autobiography of an incident where he says he almost drowned. I don't think Lee Jackso was anywhere close by, but the documentary said he paid some servants. And I don't know if that's the same incident, because I think the documentary says, well, they went swimming in a lake or some kind of thing, or fishing in a lake, sailing in a lake. But the emperor's situation was more than just sailing in a lake. So I don't know if the two reports are the same or if it is two different reports. But anyway, in the emperor's report, outside of that documentary, you would never get any impression at all that Lee Jackso had anything to do with that affair. In fact, I think that's beyond Lee Jackso's time, And I'm saying all of this again, because sometimes and I mean all of us now, no offense to no one, in our lazy way of analyzing things, especially being religious, Lee Jackso is a character where you just push him aside and say, well, yeah, man, fight the king. Don't with him. And that is why someone's who are, like when you look into Kemet, ones would equate Set. Some say Seti or Sutek and all sort of name with Satan and Satan. But there are those that will say, hey, in the same way you would not want to equate Osiris or Asar and Heru with quote-unquote God. You would do the same thing with the Set character. In fact, hear this now. Just to show you how much these things are characteristics. If you want to say who the real enemy of Heru is, the real enemy of Heru is Apep. So when you look at the Book of Gates, you see them going through on the back to the different hours, and Heru now sits as Ra, because Heru is Ra. That's the definition of it. It's not too different. Heru has ascended to become Ra, and the sun sits on his head. And who is at the bow of the boat? I think the bow is the front end. Who's at the front of the boat with his spear, ready to stab the real enemy, Apep? Is Set. Set is the defender of Heru, of Ra, going through the heavens, So I'm just showing you how you look at things, and I know it sounds like I carry this whole conversation somewhere else, but I guess that's the way I think, because remember, the allegory has become, the mythology has become, the symbolism has become reality and historical. So all these energies, the energy of Set, the energy of Asar, the energy of Heru, all the energy of Asar, Isis, pardon me, the energy of the whole crew bursts on scene again. So let me give it a little rest there as I make His Royal Highness now comment on the early years of Ethiopia, and he will bring in that interesting comment of as it relates to Lee Iyasu. He basically says he had a great perspective for Ethiopia, and I think his great perspective was more so bringing the two great religions of Ethiopia, be it Islam and Christianity, in one. And this is the outlook of the good Dr. Asfawasen Asarate. So, and he also made it clear, he no bones about it, that Lee Iyasu did not leave Christianity for Islam. He basically saw it as he was just embracing the other side. Interesting discussion, because taking several wives, if that history is correct, is a bit more than embracing the other side. Yeah, but let's hear the good doctor,